Hey everybody, Mac to Monster here, back with Marvel Heroes. Loki's out, so I figured I'd do a skill preview of Loki and give you an idea of what he's like, and you can decide if you want to buy him or not. Oh, just for everyone who keeps saying that I'm fat, you wish. Anyway, let's get to this. Actually, we'll do a close-up on his costume. This is the first character I've actually had to buy, so I lost 400 splinters. I only got like 800 left. And, you know, so I got his default costume. Actually, it looks pretty cool. It looks like Loki. It looks like Loki from the movie. Pretty decent. They've changed a lot of stuff around, as you can see on the character screen. A lot more artifact spots and a lot more item spots. So we get some new stuff going on. It's pretty cool. Let's see. He gets quite a bit durable, actually. Not too bad for... Oh, it looks like they added on another pip, too, so maybe he's not as durable as a lot of other guys. But he gets pretty durable. His strength doesn't go up too much. He would be the first character whose fighting powers does not go up much at all either. So he's going to take some fighting damage. I guess that's why he's got a higher durability to offset the damage coming in from the lack of fighting skill. He will get a little faster. And his energy will go up, but it actually won't go up too much. Not as high as I thought. He could be bugged as well. His intellect goes up a lot. There are posts of a lot of bugs, so if you're playing him and you're wondering why he's working better than intended, it's because he's working better than intended. So we got his skill tree here, and you can see it's fully set to level 52 like everyone else. Kind of sucks, but what can you do? And I'll start as usual with my right side, the Mischief side. And we got this misdirection, and this is a pretty cool spell. It's your basic teleport, just like Cable and Jean Grey and Scarlet Witch. Actually, I don't know if Jean Grey teleports, but Scarlet Witch anyways. Except when you teleport, you leave behind an illusion, and you go invisible. So that's pretty awesome. You can also teleport while frozen or having any kind of crowd control effect on you, and it removes it, and you're immune to crowd control effects while you're teleporting. The illusion will only perform once every 2 seconds, but the illusion does last 5 seconds. And it says you can have a maximum of 3 total illusions altogether. So you're going to have different illusions with different powers. So that's actually pretty cool. It's like a teleport away, everybody goes to that spot, and you laugh because you're not getting targeted. Hopefully that works on bosses just the same way as I stated. And here we got spatial deception. Strike enemies with swipes of your staff, creating an illusion to distract the enemy. Creating an illusion in this manner can only be performed once every second. So you can have an illusion. It will last 5 seconds. You can only make the illusion once every second, so if it gets killed, I am assuming you can only generate it once a second. But that's pretty awesome, and it does a lot of damage, especially for level 1. And then we got Arcane Illusion. Conjure an empowered stationary illusion capable of firing destructive blasts from its staff. Illusions damage is pretty decent. Again, you can only have 3 illusions. And this will last 5 seconds. I think I like this one better. Lord of Deception, passive. Your mastery of deception is foolproof, allowing your illusions to be maintained for greater lengths and tricking your enemies into striking thin air. Oh, nice. Passive dodge rating. Passive projectile evasion chance. Increased damage and increased duration, and plus an extra maximum illusion. I imagine that goes up as you sink points into it, so that's a pretty nice little ability there. Illusionary projection. Project forward an image of yourself damaging enemies that it passes through. All illusions will follow Loki's command, rushing towards the projected image. Nice. So, it does some good damage per illusion, actually. And creates an illusion, obviously, and that lasts 5 seconds. Meteoric Illusion. Conjure an illusion into the air, causing it to crash down on your enemies. All illusions will follow Loki's command, following the conjured illusion into the air. Wow, that's a lot of mental damage per illusion. 750 to 1100, basically. Creates an illusion. It's got a 4-second cooldown, but it lasts 5 seconds. That looks pretty uber. And let's see, level 42, Arcane Ruin. Overload your expendable illusions with a surge of magic, causing them to violently erupt, damaging nearby enemies and returning some of their spirit cost to you. You get 5 spirit per illusion. It's got a 12-second cooldown. But yeah, that's a lot of damage. If you got 4 or 5 illusions out there, you can do 10 to 20k. Definitely a lot of damage. Interesting. Moving over to the Sorcery tree. If you notice, you have no points in Giant's Blood to start with, so Sorcery tree and Mischief are where you start. Master Sorcerer, it's a passive. Your mastery of the arcane and telepathic arts allows you to sense nearby lesser minds and cast spells with ease. Plus 10 maximum spirit. Spirit cost reduction is 10% lower. Power durations is 10% longer. Wow. And you're able to see enemies on the minimap. That sounds like a pretty uber skill too, even with the... I wonder if that power duration affects the duration of pets. And then we got a Staff Blast, basic attack, ranged. Propel a bolt of energy from your staff, making enemies struck more vulnerable to attacks. Adds a little bit of vulnerability. Does a little bit of damage. Has a pretty good rate of fire. Same rate of fire as this, but this is about double the damage. Debuff lasts 4 seconds. Bouncing Bolt, range. Fire a powerful blast from your staff that ricochets the enemy from enemy to enemy, weakening their offensive capabilities. It's your basic bounce, 190 to 290 damage, basically. 3 bounces to start, minus 15 to damage that they deal for 4 seconds. And that's got a good rate of fire too, 1.8 at only 9 spirit. Arcane Levitation, movement in flights. Your basic movement speed, you hold it down, you go 30% faster, 9 spirit per second held. Arcane Shield, this is a toggle. Summon a protective magic barrier, enhancing your offensive capabilities while preventing damage and reflecting some projectiles. Cannot be used with frost armor. So it looks like it's just some armors here. Plus 420 defense, projectile deflection 15%, damage bonus 10%. At 25 spirit reduction. That's pretty awesome. Lay Waste, ranged area attack. Well, this will be the one that you want to lay out enemies, I have a feeling. Crush your enemies with a powerful magical surge, which is amplified when cast upon enemies suffering negative effects. Wow. So it does 750 to 1100 damage, 1150 basically. And it does plus 25% damage if it's vulnerable, and again if it's weakened, and again if it's immobilized, and again if it's confused. So far I haven't seen anything that puts on any of those effects, so it doesn't look like Loki will benefit from that himself, but that will be a group thing for sure. Arcane Binding, immobilizes enemies in area with arcane chains, damaging them over time. 407 damage twice a second for 3 seconds. Yeah, that's going to be pretty good too. That'll be a room clearer, either or. Enthrall, melee attack. Twist your enemy's mind against them, forcing them to fight your foes as their mind is twisted and corrupted. 606 damage twice a second for 8 seconds. I'm not sure how that works. If that's the damage that they deal to something, because it sounds like you're going to charm them. I'd have to see how that works to really get into that. Going over to Giant's Blood. Ranged basic attack with a chill effect. Dispatches enemy with chilling spikes of ice. Mental damage 70 to 105. That's kind of funny. Mental damage, and it's ice. Freeze duration 15%, or freeze chance 15%. Duration 1.6. Slows and snares everything that's hit by 15% for 3 seconds. Not a bad attack, I guess. I wonder if it hits an AoE too. Juten Blood. Your Jotunheim heritage increases the potency of your chilling frost magic and increases your durability. It's a passive. Plus 140 health, plus 80 defense, plus 120 tenacity. Bonus 1.2% attack and movement speed. Bonus slow. So it sounds like every chill slows things down even more. That's pretty cool. Winter's Breath. Ranged area attack. Hold down the hotkey to blast a cone of frost at your enemies, crippling those who are chilled. Mental damage 265 twice per second. 31% extra damage against chilled opponents. Ongoing spirit cost 9 per second, so that's going to be a cone. Yeah, your basic cone attack. Frost Armor. Toggle with chill. Encase yourself in armor of ice, increasing your durability and allowing your magic to sap the life force from your foes. Enemies who strike your chilling armor are frozen solid. Oh wow, that's pretty awesome. Even more defense than that arcane shield. Defense plus 660. 5% of the damage you deal is returned to you as health. Oh, built-in life tap. Hello. Freeze duration 1.5 seconds when you are hit with a melee attack. Only melee. Permafrost spikes. Ranged area chill. Spikes of chilling permafrost erupt from the ground, skewering and slowing enemies. Enemies who are already slowed lose all remaining body heat, freezing them in place. Nice. Oh wow. This is a ranged attack. Area attack 2. Mental damage 1380 to 2078. That looks like a nice rune clearer too. With a slow effect of minus 15% attack and movement speed for 3 seconds. So you hit it twice, everything's going to be basically frozen. Freeze duration 1.5 seconds. Unyielding Power. It's a signature ability, so it's your level 30 badass move. Ranged area chill. Focus your godlike powers, strengthening your attacks and fortitude. While active, your chilling presence as a god among men brings enemies to a crawl. Plus 30% bonus damage, plus 1350 defense rating. Mental damage 650 or 40 damage twice a second to nearby enemies. Slows everything, 15% movement and attack speed. Lasts for 12 seconds, and 1 minute cooldown. Huh. I don't know if that's good or not. Enemy of my enemy. Passive. Enable more perfect coordination of you and your current allies, increasing their damage against targets you have afflicted with chilling effects. Damage rating plus 200. Damage rating plus 201 against chilled enemies. So it increases yours, and then you get a bonus 200 damage rating against enemies that are chilled. That's nice. Cold Snap. Ranged area. Blast all nearby enemies with a wave of consuming frost magic. Chilled enemies struck with the wave are drained of their life force. Frozen enemies are shattered, causing the wave to deal double damage to them. Oh, it's on a cooldown though. That sucks. It's not too long of a cooldown. 6 seconds. 4,000 to 6,000 damage. Regenerate 155 health per chilled enemy hit. Damage 100% against frozen targets. So it does double if something's already frozen. Wow. Interesting. And finally, his ultimate, Frost Giant form. Assume the form of a mighty frost giant and dispense great pain to your insolent foes. This is your ultimate. Lasts 45 seconds. Can be done once every 10 minutes. Replaces current powers with Frost Giant powers. So it looks like your powers change around a little bit, but it adds +4 to your strength and durability. Holy cow. Total defense rating plus 100%, health increase plus 50%, damage bonus plus 25%, regenerate 10% maximum health per second for 45 seconds. That is an ultimate ability, let me tell you. People are going to be jealous when that goes off. So that's Loki. He looks pretty potent. I think there's a couple good builds in there. I'll find out once I get to about level 37. It's going to take a little longer because there's some level 32, level 37 abilities I like to try. And I'm not worried about the 42 and 47 abilities so much because they're not going to be game breakers. Too long of cooldown. But they would be useful. I'm not saying that they're not useful. Actually, 32, 37, I'm not even sure if that's worth it. But I don't know if level 42, which is Arcane Ruin, and level 47 would actually work their way into a build other than just a 1 point to use it. Plus 20 for skill, maybe. Anyways, so there's Loki. He looks pretty cool. This is his little, that's his staff strike. And then, oops, wrong button. Hold still, that's his little shoot. So he shoots pretty fast. And there's the teleport with the illusion that runs at enemies. So that's a wicked awesome teleport. That's probably the best teleport in the game. Alright, and that's it. So there's Loki. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it helped, and I'll talk to you all later.